Hi there, I would like to show to you right now the chart of one of our patient to teach you in how to do the how to determine if what's the discharge summary date of the patient. So the first thing you need to check, the things that you need to check is first the evaluation, if what's the frequency. So let me open it. This one. So on this one, the evaluation is 1 week 1, 3 week 4, dated 5/25. So looking on the evaluation frequency, 5/25 is 1 week 1, 3 week 4. So 1 week 1 is the evaluation, 3 week 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth week, which is the last week of the frequency, is on this week, the 24. The next thing we need to do is check also the communication, if there's any communication that says hold therapy or whatever communication that connects us to canceling the therapy or discharging the patient right away. So hold for a second, let me open the communication note. So if you can see here in the communication note, there's a communication on the 23rd, so we will be opening it and to check if what is that. Okay, so this is the communication note. The communication note says that it's on the 33rd, call the patient to schedule the visit of the supervising PT tomorrow, but according to her friend, she doesn't like visits on a weekend. So it says here that we try to see the patient for tomorrow, but there is a cancellation because the patient doesn't want to be seen. So that's a 6/23. So there's already a 6/24 and a 6/23. So of course, as of now, the nearest one to the end of the frequency, the nearest date to the end of the week frequency is the 24. So we will follow the 24. I'll show you later. The next one that we will be checking is the messages. We will also check if there is a messages that the therapist or the patient, the therapist, the agency or the back office made that also may affect the date of the evaluation of the discharge summary. So hold for a second, let me go there. Okay, so the evaluation will go to view and click, to check the messages, you click to view and click messages. So this is what we're going to be opening to check again if there is messages that is related to the patient care. So I will not be opening this because I don't want to show the name of the patient, but on this particular patient there is no message that says that the PT to discharge the patient early, or a message from the agency to hold the authorization, anything that pertains to canceling the therapy. So let's assume the only communication we have is the communication note from Karen that the patient family is requesting the patient's family doesn't want to be seen on Saturday. That was done on the 6/23, and also the 6/24, the missed visit. So as of now, the discharge summary will be placed on the 24. Hold for a second, let me go back there. So if you see here, the discharge summary must be placed on the 6/24 because that's the last attempt of the physical therapist to see the patient for the last visit, not the 23rd, the 24th. Because see, on the frequency, on the 4th week, the last week of the frequency, if you put on here and there's another visit communication here, so this will not be covered. So we will be using the last date of the frequency week of communication. There's an exception. What if the physical therapist or the therapist tried to see the patient on the 24th, but on the 23rd you saw an attached communication note on the patient's chart saying patient family requested to hold the therapy as of today, or cancel the therapy as of today, or the home health agency sends you a communication note saying cancel the therapy as of today due to inactive insurance on this 23rd. So it doesn't matter if the PT did a missed visit on the 24th, but on the 23rd there's a cancellation order. Then this 24 will be deleted, and the discharge summary is on the 23rd, because that's the official day that the home health agency or the patient requested to cancel the therapy. So what if this particular day the word is not cancel but the hold therapy? Hold therapy as of today, date on the 23rd. Since it's the end of the cert and end of the certification, because this particular calendar will end on the 27th, and it's the end of the frequency on the 33rd, then instead of waiting for the home health agency to send an assumption of care on the next certification, you right away put a discharge summary here, because it's the end of the frequency and second at the end of the cert. So don't make an open chart, just make a discharge summary. Now, if the therapist, physical or the treating therapist already saw the patient on the 23rd, and the agency is requesting for discharge on this date, then you put a non-billable, just like this, discharge summary, because the physical therapy assistant has already saw the patient or tried to saw the patient on the 23rd. So you put the discharge the discharge summary. If, for example, the PT, not the assistant, but the PT itself is seeing the patient for treatment. If the PT saw the patient already for this particular day and she submitted the visit, completed visit, then you can just add discharge summary, non-billable, because you can do a PT visit billable plus discharge summary billable. Now if the PT haven't done the note yet on this particular date, and the home health agency requested to cancel the visit on the same day, then you can go ahead and change the PT visit into a PT discharge summary billable. This is, again, if the supervising therapist, not the assistant, is seeing the patient on the last visit. So to summarize my training, in order for you to determine if what's the discharge summary of the patient date, what's the date of the discharge summary, first you will determine if there's a missed visit here, remember the date. Second, go to the communication note, check if there's an on hold order or cancel therapy order, or what's the last visit, last communication note done in relation to the patient's visit. Last is the messages. You need to go to the tool. I'm not going to show on the top because I don't want to show the name of the patient, but there's a messages on the view. Click down, there's a messages, and then check also if there's a messages of the therapist or the agency or anyone involved with care regarding the therapy visits, if there's a hold, cancellation, or whatever message that reflects the hold of therapy or cancellation of the visit. The last one that you're going to be checking, determining if what kind of discharge summary are we making? Are we going to be doing a discharge summary PT like this is non-billable, or a discharge summary, PT discharge summary which is billable? Now, the way to determine it is if the last visit on the 23rd or the 24th is a missed visit, then we will make a discharge summary non-billable because it's a missed visit. But if the 23rd, if the last visit is the 23rd or even 24, but it's done by the assistant, then we will add a discharge summary non-billable because there's already a visit done by the assistant, because you cannot bill 2 visits in one day. So because if you use the discharge summary PT discharge summary, which is a billable one, then we will be billing the agency twice, one for the PT discharge summary and one by the assistant visit. But for example, if the last visit here or here is done by the physical therapist, not the assistant, and you saw that the PT haven't done the note yet, then you can change this particular scheduled visit from re-evaluation, which is here. Let's assume I saw the patient. Well, it's impossible for us to change the 624 missed visit from re-evaluation to discharge because it's a missed visit. So for sure here we will be doing a discharge summary because it's a missed visit. But let's assume that the last visit 624 was re-evaluation and successfully done. But on this particular day, you see a communication that the home health agency said, discharge the patient. Then you need to change this re-evaluation visit into a discharge summary billable because the therapist saw the patient. Second, is the last visit and it's for discharge. So there's no way for you to do the re-evaluation, but instead you need to do the discharge summary. Now, if it's here, the 23rd, and the PT saw the patient on the last visit, and it's a completed visit already. I mean, they already submitted a note. You can just add a discharge summary PT non-billable because there's already a completed visit. But if the PT, the non-assistant, there's only a scheduled task, but the task is not yet completed or started, you can just go ahead and change it into a PT discharge summary billable. So either ways, if it's completed visit already here by the PT, the note is completed for the visit note, you can just add the non-billable discharge summary. But if the note is not yet started, then you can go ahead and just change that task from PT visit into a PT physical therapy discharge visit as a billable one. If you have more question, kindly ask your trainer. And actually, you can also go to Cancer Help, online help, and you can search that question. Thank you very much, and I hope this is helpful for you.